skill boost. So let's see what are the conditional statements. Conditional statements are simply a statement through which you can perform a decision making. Let's see. Here is a program. If m percentage n is not equals to 0, then my m will store the value of n and my n will store the value of m percentage n, that is remainder of m divided by n. Okay, so in this I'm just performing a program through which I just wanted to store a value of n in m and to store a value of m percentage n in n. Okay, percentage means remainder. Whenever you want to find remainder of two numbers, you will go for percentage sign. Okay, and in Python we don't have a braces for getting into the body of if conditional statement. So what we do is simply use indentation in Python. So as you can see it on the screen, there is a condition if. In the condition I've given m percentage n is not equals to 0. Inside logic is little bit far from the indentation of if, that is there is little space between m comma n equals to n comma m percentage n. So what I did, I simply put a colon after my if condition and then press enter. Automatically I'm gonna get my indentation. Indentation plays a very important role in Python, because if you are trying to program something and you don't know indentation concept, then you can't program, because for writing a logic inside the if condition or for performing decision making operations, you need to require if conditions, if else conditions and if elif conditions, and whatever logic you will write in that will always be inside the if condition, if block, if else block or if else block. And in Python that block assigning is done with the help of indentation. So keep this in mind. Indentation demarcates the body of if condition colon enter. After pressing enter, you're gonna get an indentation and then write your statements. So conditional statements and decision making programs. Without conditions you can't go for decision making programs, so indentation is must. In this you can see that if your m percentage n is not equals to 0, condition is not satisfied, the logic will not execute. Condition statements performs a condition only when your condition is true. Okay, so this is what known as decision making. Don't worry, let's see this in detail. So let's see what basically is if else and elif statement, that is conditional statements. Here I will be telling you what are the conditional statements. You know, I think you all know this, that conditional statements are if else and if else, if in C and C++. But in Python, if else and if elif is there. If elif is similar as that of if else, if we just call it if and we write it similarly. So let's see. Decision making is required when we want to execute a code only if a certain condition is satisfied. You know, whenever we have to choice, we decide something, like always we have two paths, and every time we need to decide in which path we need to go, So that's what happens in case of program as well. For certain operation or for certain decision making, we require condition, and for that fulfillment of condition we require some conditional statements. Everything is interrelated. So decision making is required when we want to execute a code only if my condition is satisfied, and then only that operation gonna perform. Decision making is required when we want to execute a code only if a certain condition is satisfied, then only that gonna perform that operation. Okay, it could be any operation like Fibonacci, like greatest common divisor and all. We'll see one on one all that, don't you worry. So basically there are if elif and else statements in Python for decision making. Now Python if statement syntax, as I told you, we just need to write if and the condition. As you can see in condition place I have written state expression, and the statement which I need to perform. Here the program evaluates the test expression and will execute the statements only if the test expression is true. It's just like a binary. If it is true, compiler will get the value 1. That represents true. Okay, and if it do not fulfill this condition, then it gonna become 0 and the condition will fail and we will get false. Okay, if the test expression is false, the statement is not executed, and as we got false, as our condition is not satisfactory, our task will be not performed. That's what here these two lines are saying. Now in Python, the body of the if statement is indicated by the indentation. As I told you, indentation is must. You can see this. So this is the if condition, and for entering into the if condition, I need indentation. For entering into the if condition, I really need an indentation. Okay, let me explain you one more time. Look what is actually happening. Here you can see this is the if test expression. Okay, and here you can see that there is an indentation, this space, getting, and then our statement is written, that is statement S. So what is actually happening over here? If test expression, statement S, this represents that if is a conditional statement and inside which statement 1 is to be performed if my test expression condition is true, and if it is false, then statement S will not perform. Simple and sweet concept. I hope you get this. So simply Python interprets non-zero values as true and none and 0 as interpreted as false. 0 are interpreted as false. That is, any non-zero value will be true, that is 1, 2, 5. Any non-zero value will be true or none, and 0 will be interpreted as false. Just like a current, high volt and low pole, zeros and ones, binaries. Okay, if you actually don't know what basically binary is about, so you can refer my video. I'm gonna share it in the description and also in the upside, so you can see that. Basically nothing happens. What happens actually, I speak in Hindi or in English, you speaks in Hindi or English. Might be possible that you know French also, Spanish also. So what I'm trying to say over here is that every person has its original language through which he or she talks. So it's not surprising that computer also has some language, so that it can talk to us and I can talk to him. You might be thinking what you're talking, Dee. We are not kids, don't make us fool. Oh, it's true. The language of the computer is binary. That is, the compiler or the interpreter in which we write the program understands binary language, zeros and ones. If I am writing apple, it will convert that apple into binary form and then it's gonna execute that task. And after that, I'm gonna get my result in my language, English. So there is a big process behind this conversion of human language into the binary language and then binary to human, so that I can also understand the operation and the task can also be performed by the interpreter. So that's what is basically. There is a byte code. So our normal English letters are then converted into the source code and byte codes, and after that it is converted. After performing the operation, it is again converted to the human friendly language. So this is the process. I'll tell you this, don't you worry. This is the time to just get the concepts very completely nicely. Just get the concepts very thoroughly so that we don't face any problem while programming. Then we'll program after learning all the concepts. I'll tell you what is the basic function that the code is transforming or converting first into the source and bytecode and then into the human friendly language. That is, the origin is human friendly language and the final destination is also a human friendly language. That is, firstly I am writing everything in human friendly language and then it is interpreted by the interpreter in a byte code so that the interpreter can understand in zeros and ones, and then it is again converting it into the human friendly language so that I can or the user can understand. So simple process. That's what they are talking about over here, that the Python interprets non-zero value as true or none and 0 as false. Okay, so simple. So I hope you get this. Let's jump into the interpreter and let's see a simple program using if. In the next video, I'm gonna tell you about them, if else statements and if else. So don't you worry, we will go in detail about it. Okay, so let's jump into the interpreter.
Map. So you can see this on the screen if you have some doubt. M comma n equals to map in comma input dot split. Dot split is used for taking two inputs at the same time, and int because I want to take an integer input. Okay, if I'll not write int, then it will by default take a string input. Okay, I hope you know this. Now if the condition is m percentage n should not be equals to 0 inside it, what I will be doing, m comma n equals to n comma m percentage n. Actually this logic is for greatest common divisor. I'll tell you this briefly over here. We'll see this program and functions. Okay, now after this I will print m and I'll print n respectively in different lines so that we can check what is the value of m and what is the value of n and how this is giving me the output. So you can see the output.
You can see the output. M was having 9 as an value, so I replace value of m with n. Value of n is 7. So you can see now m is having value 7 because n was having value 7. So this simply means that I am swapping value of n with n. I am copying value of n with n, and now I want m percentage n value, that is remainder of m divided by n into n. What I am trying to do, I just want to put the value of m divided by n remainder into n. So that is 2. You can see it when I will divide 9 by 7, the remainder will be 2. That is 8, 9. Only 2 numbers are remaining for complete divisibility. So that is why n is 2 and m is 7. I hope you get this program. See you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye. Up next, I'm going to tell you about if, else, and elif. So till then, stay tuned. Bye bye. Thank you.